Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
We the only team don't play games. Championship rings need champagne. Babylon can't stop this campaign. Rampage, guess I know why the heathen rage. Cause the guys be bringing it out. This kingdom we bringing it down. Lost sheep we'd have been found. Wait until we get a crown. Crown talk, yeah, this that crown talk. Nehemiah don't want to be like Nino Brown now. Cause this that king talk. Real life king talk. Like Solomon, I see things clearly like a greenhouse. The wordplay can't get colorful. The scriptures cutting you the butter too. Not to mention we a living legend. Don't know what to do when a myth is standing right in front of you. You better watch and just take notes. The Father sent a flood, then a rainbow. But his son coming back with fire. So it ain't gonna be no more scapegoats. Let me tell you what the prophecy, unparalleled with the prophecies. Stopping Fritz, bodies in the street. My people property in this monopoly. Call it America, where the dreams come true. Where nightmares and the demons come too. The sodomite agenda. I don't give a damn if you offended. Cause this
Hey, sis, how you doing? Do you know you are according to the Bible? All praise to the Most High. Hey, sister, read these back over.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32.
Hey, sister, what's your name? Felicia, right? Okay, I'm Ferris. So, read verse 15. I want Felicia to understand what we read first.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now, Felicia, do you have kids? You have kids? Okay. Now, they still young? They grown, okay. So when they was young, right? You give them an order. You tell them to do something, right? What they're supposed to do? Obey, right?
That's right.
So if they disobeyed you, right? What will happen to them? A punishment, right? So you read it right here what God told Moses to tell the Israelites. That if you said, do not what?
Verse where you at now?
Do not. Verse 15.
Oh, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So, the Israelites, which are us, let me ask you a quick question. Let me track side right quick. Where do you identify yourself on this right here? On this sign right here, Felicia? When you look at the sign right here, which one do you fall under? What would be your father? Your father, what is his race or nationality?
Bring it up.
Now right here when you look, this is the tribes right here. The tribes right here. The list of names God gave us. Over here, this is our captive names right here. What the nations calls us. They call us African American or West Indians, Haitian, Puerto Rican. You know, which one would you fall under? Okay, all praise. You come from the tribe of Judah.
Yes,
all praise. Now this is the head tribe, a mighty tribe. Okay, all praise. Now, give me Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. Now I want you to understand who is the speaker right here, and I want you to know who is in the audience, the congregation is. I want you to make sure you get some understanding. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Come on.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Now this is Moses said, this is Moses who spake unto Israel.
That's right.
So let me ask you, who is Moses speaking to? Make sure you're paying attention. Read that back over for Felicia.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So who is Moses speaking to? He's speaking to Israel. He's speaking to the Israelites.
Right.
Now go back to Deuteronomy 28:15. Now we're going to go back to obey or disobey. What will happen to us if we disobey God or do what he says? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments,
all his rules, read,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
which he commanded, he gave an order, read,
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, Felicia, what is a curse? Is it a good or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Now we're gonna jump back into Deuteronomy 28:32.
Bring it out. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Now I want you to look at this sign right here, sister. You see this sign? What has been happening to the little girl right here? The baby right here. What is happening to her? What's going on? What's happening to her? She's been sold off.
Right.
Alright? Our kids are being sold off. They're being taken from us. This happened to us in slavery? I'll just make sure. Clarify. This happened to us in slavery, right? Okay, so let's bring it up to today. Now, what people will come and take your children for you? If someone call and say that they are being mistreated, they're not being fair, right? They're being abused. No, what people will come and take your kids? What's it called? DHS. DHS. They will come and take your kids. Same thing. The same thing that happened back then is the same thing that happened today. Right. You know, the curses never changes. Right. Read.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them.
So, just back then, do you watch slave movies? You watched 12 Years a Slave before? Okay, you watch some other movies like Roots or whatnot. You know, where the mother will the mother or the father, they will cry after their children when they've been sold or been taken away. They will go and run after their kids, and guess what? They will be restrained. Guess what? It's the same today.
Right.
But today, guess what? They'll put you in prison. Right. They'll restrain you. They will probably even shoot you.
That's right. Bring it up.
They will shoot you down.
Right.
That still happen today. Now, I want you to keep looking at these pictures now.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So, when they take your kids away, you're going to cry for. Did we not cry for our kids in slavery? They take our kids away. They sold them to Mississippi, to Memphis. They sold them in Florida, all across the states, right? Far away. You couldn't get to your kids. So you would cry for your kids all day long. There was nothing you can do. Now jump to verse 46.
Bring it out. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Now I want you to know, these curses are going to be upon us for a sign and for a wonder. Right. Now, if you want to know where U.S. pawn shop is, right, you have to look at what? If you don't know, if you just driving away trying to find it, how do you find U.S. pawn shop? Huh? No, you look around and you look for the sign, right? Yeah, for the sign. You want to know where street is, you look for the sign, right? No, you want to look for what Tiger Stop is, you look at the sign. So guess what? It says these signs. You have to look in this book. These curses are going to be on us for what?
For a sign and for a wonder.
It's going to be an amazement when you look upon it and see the condition of your people. Yeah. See how your people, because when you look around, this is why people live in. Right? You look at our houses, right? They're run down, they're abandoned, right? You look at and we don't have any business in our community, our own community. It looks bad, it looks horrible. Right. Read on.
And upon thy seed forever.
Now it says it's going to be upon your seed forever, meaning your children.
Right.
So forth and so on. Continually, forever. Read on.
47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Now the abundance of all things. So you say you have kids, right? Now you tell your kids, I will give you the world. But the only thing you have to do, you have to obey me.
Right.
Now read that back over. This was God saying the same thing. Read.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
He said, since you don't want to serve me, keep my commandments, for the abundance of all things, read.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So, God said you're going to be serving your enemies. Do you know you have enemies? You know, who are your enemies? Let me see. Who are your enemies? God said you got enemies. Do you know who your enemies are? Look at the sign. Who is selling the sister? Who is selling this man right here? This is a grown man.
Right.
He's been auctioned off.
Right.
Right? You see that, right? Look at them. Who are they? Who are they up in this picture right here? When you look at it, you see it. Who are they? You see that? Look at it. Who is this? What race of people that man is? What race is he? He's white.
That's right. Bring it out.
You see that? What race is he? White, right? Where else? What about this man right here? White. This is the so-called white man.
Right.
He's your enemy. And guess what? He said, what God say? My bad, I'm sorry.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which the Lord shall send against you. He said, you don't want to serve me for the abundance of all things.
Right.
He said, I'm going to send your enemies against you.
Right.
I'm going to send a so-called white man against you.
Right.
And read. This is what you're going to do. Read.
In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
So, sis, do you have your own grocery store? Do you have your own convenience store? Do you have that? Do your people own convenience stores, anything like that? Your nation?
Bring it out.
No. So he said you're going to have to go to your enemy for hunger. Right. Now, where do you have to go to? If you're hungry, right? They say you're hungry right now, where you got to go to? Huh? No, what? Okay, your family. Okay, where do your family have to go to get food? The store. Who owns that store?
Bring it out.
What store? Let me ask you, what store do they go to? Name a store. Kroger's. Okay. Who owns Kroger's? The white folks. There you go. Don't be scared to say it. Say it loud. The white man. The white man, he owns Kroger's. He owns Walmart. Wherever you want to get something to eat, you have to go to him. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. So you want something to drink, right? If you want something to drink, right, where you have to go? You got to go to their place. You got to go to their establishment. Right. You have to go to their business to get something to drink, right? You have to go to them. If you even want to pay your water bill, right, where you got to go? You got to go to them. Read.
And in nakedness.
Now the clothes you have on you. The shoes, the socks, pants, and the shirt, right? Where you have to go to get that? Even that mask you have. Where you got to go? You have to go to them. Right. So you have to go to your enemies for the... Read.
And in nakedness.
It said, and
in want of all things.
It said, and in want of all things. So, sister, if you want a car, right, where you have to go to? You got to go to them. If you want a driver license, if you want insurance for that car, you got to go to them. If you want a death certificate, a marriage certificate, whatever you want, whatever you desire, you have to go to your enemies. You have to go to them because of what? Read verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
Because we did not want to listen. Because we didn't want to listen, Most High punishing all the tribes right here. You see this? Right. It's not just an American right here. Step back, sis. Right here. It's just not American. It's just West Indians, Puerto Ricans, and on down. Wherever you see these people at, we are being cursed.
Right.
We have been cursed. Our enemies. We have to go to our enemies for the one of all things.
Right.
So, verse 68.
Verse 68. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, the word Egypt, I'm going to show you what the word Egypt means. Because the Egypt, when you read the Bible is its own dictionary. It's its own dictionary. Explain what words mean. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
Come on.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Now you say I brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of what? Read. Out of the house of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Say, out of the house of bondage. So what does bondage mean, sis? When you are basically bound. When you are bound, right? What does that mean? Bound. Let's say if you're cuffed, right? Someone handcuffed you, you are what? I'm going to show you. This there. Here we go. Right here. Turn around. You are bound. Here you go. You are bound right here. If you are in these right here, you see these? Shackles. Shackles. You are chained down, you are bound down, you are a slave. That's what it's showing you. Say, now read that back over so Felicia can understand.
20 and 2?
Yes, sir.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
Come on.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage, out of the house of slavery. Because that's why people were in Egypt. Now go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. How you doing, brother?
Bring it up. This Andrew, we want to find out who he is for.
Okay, I'll praise. I'm gonna show you. Come up. We're going over some history right now. We're going over black history right now. Now we're showing Felicia something. Now I want to ask you, read this back up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
What's your name, brother? What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew. Okay, Felicia and Andrew. Now, listen up, Andrew. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Now, we just showed you what Egypt means. Out of slavery. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, in history, what people do you know went to slavery on cargo slave ships?
Bring it out. Teach up.
Look, we got pictures right here. Because sometimes our people will forget. Right here. It helps to remember. Who are these people right here? Okay, these are black folks. These are your people. African Americans, so-called African Americans.
Right.
These are blacks on slave ships.
That's
Were
right.
we not on slave ships? Where did we come from? How did we get to America? Slave ships. We came from the West Coast, from all over, and was brought up over here to Americas,
Right.
to the Americas, to be servants to the other nation because we didn't want to listen to God.
That's right.
Now read. Finish.
Start from the top.
No, keep reading.
Again with ships.
Again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Come on.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
So your homeland, our homeland, which is Jerusalem, you will not see your homeland again.
Right.
Read.
Right.
And there ye shall be sold.
Hold up. You shall be what?
You shall be sold.
Did that not happen to us? Well, we sold. Here go the pictures. We are being sold on auction blocks. Come back, Andrew. Come back. I want to continue. What we not sold?
Yeah.
We were sold to our enemies. Read.
You shall be sold unto your enemies.
Now, Felicia, who are we being sold again to? The white man. Andrew, who are we sold to? The white man, right?
That's right.
Read on.
For bondmen
For slave man
and bond women.
and slave woman.
Right.
Now, this is showing you that we are the chosen people of God.
Right.
We are the chosen people of God. Now, sis, verse 15, we're going to go back to it. Verse 15 says we have to, if you do not listen, right? So guess what? You are a child of God.
Right.
You know that, right? So if God tell you to do something, what you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to obey. Okay, let me show you. Let me see something.
You want to finish that out?
Yeah, finish it up.
And no man shall buy you.
It said no man shall buy you, mean save you or redeem you. Because we had different people, different leaders to rise up. We had Martin Luther King.
Right.
We had Malcolm X.
Right.
We had Harriet Tubman.
Bring it out.
All these people rose up to fight for our people, to be leaders for our people. But guess what? As a whole nation, were they able to deliver us or slave us?
So.
No, because we are still in the conditions that we are, with the same condition that we are in.
Yeah.
Now go to Deuteronomy 22 and 5.
Bring it up.
I'm gonna see if you're gonna hearken to God, sis. I'm gonna see if you're gonna listen to your father. I'm gonna see if you're gonna listen to your father. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Come on.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So, sis, what does that mean? Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Andrew, what does this part mean right here? Neither shall what?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
What's a woman's garment?
I couldn't ask that question. I'll be, you know.
A woman's garment. What is something that a woman wear that you cannot wear? You're not supposed to wear. A what? A dress, right? So, Felicia, this goes back to you. Read the top part back on.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So what's pertaining to a man that you're not supposed to be wearing? Pants.
That's
So what do you have to do right now? What you think you got to do? You gotta follow law, because read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So let me ask you: would you marry a man that's wearing a wedding dress? No, you wouldn't do that, right?
Right.
So a man shouldn't wear. Your husband, if you do have a husband, shouldn't want to marry you or be with you a woman that wearing pants, because that's out of order with God.
Right.
You don't see what it is to God. Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So what is abomination? What is that? What does that mean? It's not clean. It's not good. Read.
Yeah.
Give me the answer up. Yes, sir. Get it. Let me show you what God thinks about abomination.
Yeah.
Let me show you what God thinks about abomination. Read that.
Sirach chapter 15 and verse 13.
Come on.
The Lord hateth all abomination.
The Lord what?
The Lord hateth all abomination.
God hates all abomination.
Right.
So that's basically cross-dressing. That's what it is, cross-dressing. When you put on what a man's supposed to wear, and a man put on what a woman's supposed to wear, that's cross-dressing.
Right.
And he hates that. That's an abomination. He doesn't like it. Read that again.
The Lord hateth all abomination.
It said the Lord hates abomination. That's what he thinks when a woman put on pants or a man put on a dress.
Right.
He hates that because it's out of order. You have 4 categories of clothes: 2 pertaining to a man and 2 pertaining to a woman. Pants and shorts belong to a man. Skirts and dresses belong to a woman.
Right.
So you're out of order when you go against God.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.